Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR today for Friday morning. We made it, folks. End of the week. It's January 22nd, 2021, and I'm the man they call Meathead. Wow, I'm excited. I'm jacked. That Royal Rumble is next week, Sunday. I've got my Rumble pools going. Everything's hot and ready to go. The Green Bay Packers make their way to the Super Bowl by winning this Sunday. We still got today. We still got Friday. We still got to talk Smackdown. We still got business to handle. And speaking of business, it's my job to introduce you to Friday morning's co-host, Matthew Thomas. Good morning, Matthew.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that warm introduction. But it's a little bit cold to be in a pool this time of year, isn't it?
Well, I mean, seriously, I'm packing a roll of Tums down there anyway, so it doesn't matter what the temperature of the water is. I'm hung like a 6-year-old.
I wouldn't know.
You know what it looks like? Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to go inside you. That's right. I have to do it over a microphone because I look like the dude from Hangover 2. I mean, seriously, it's like a little nipple and a big mound of hair. That's why our sponsor, Manscaped.com, is taking care of you with the promo code PWR. Save you 20% free shipping. Get all of that taken care of. You never know. I might be more than a pack of Tums because, I use Manscaped.com and our friends at collarandelbowbrand.com. PWR 360 will save you 10% off. I can't say it enough. Get your Bueno Hermanos t-shirt from the Good Brothers and everything else they got over there at collarandelbowbrand.com. Do you like the... Oh, I forgot to pull out. I kind of left myself in there. I pulled out now. So much better. Do you like the segue in there where we started talking about it and I started talking about Manscaped?
My goodness, there was so many segues. There were segue within a segue within a segue. There was a lot of business that got done in the first 2
We did PWR Today Inception version is what we did.
Yeah, but I mean, you've been known to do a lot of business in 2 to 3 minutes. So
2 to 3 minutes, that's 3 times over. I'm that guy that Missy Elliott was rapping about.
I'm not familiar with that song.
60-Second Man or something like that.
Oh, well, there you go.
Or, maybe I was the rain because I can't stop the rain. I don't know. Real one-off conversation story real quick. Right when Missy's starting to blow up and things are going great for her, she's got all these real hot songs out. My buddy and I'm riding around in his truck because I'm shadowing for the day and, doing what I used to do back in the day. And we get to a house, and this woman is wearing the Martin Lawrence, garbage bag workout suit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The one that Andre wore at one point from the league. But she's wearing this black garbage bag, and I look at him. I said, we got to go outside for a second. Hold on. Get outside. And I looked at him and said, super duper fly. I mean, it just looked like we were at a house with Missy Elliott there. It was pretty funny. All right. We're stalling. I mean, we're goofing off, but let's talk a little bit of wrestling here. The announcement for Wednesday night on Dynamite is now official from All Elite Wrestling. For the first time in AEW, the man they call Sting, or as Shivani calls him, Sting, will team with Darby Allin to take on Ricky Starks and Brian Cage in a street fight at AEW Revolution. Matthew, tell us. What do you think?
So this is officially his first match back in the ring since the Seth Rollins match, right?
Since the one that Seth Rollins hurt him.
And hence, this is a street fight. So I say ring very lightly. Now, this is big news. I didn't know that we would necessarily ever see this. And even when Sting appeared in AEW, I mean, it was very possible that he was there as a personality.
As a coach, that's what I thought it was going to be.
And not as a performer. But they've got Sting's name on the marquee now. He is scheduled for action.
So what you're saying is that with the money's with the Stinger, baby.
The
Stinger,
money is still
on the marquee.
With the Stinger in 2021.
Wow, the Stinger still selling tickets, still selling them out. Got all those babies coming into the show. Yeah. I apologize to all fans of Dusty Rhodes. My Dusty Rhodes impersonation is just not what it used to be.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think you still got it.
Where's Curryhead? I want to talk to Curryhead, talk about Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, baby. Here's the sad part. I'm just doing my impersonations are always somebody else's impersonations, and it's my impersonation of their impersonation. And that's really all it is. I am a hack. I am down with OPF, as Uncle Al would always say, other people's funnies. So It
But
is what it is.
you spread other people's funnies around.
Like peanut butter, baby.
You do. So you're bringing joy. You're giving joy by proxy.
Yeah, it's like creamy peanut butter, baby. Brown, smooth, and easy to spread. My favorite line, my favorite joke from Shakes the Clown. Do you know the movie?
Shakes? No, I don't.
It was banned in theaters. They pulled it right away. It was supposed to air in theaters. It was Bobcat Goldthwait as an alcoholic clown.
Oh my goodness, that sounds wonderful.
It was a better movie than you think. And the one clown says to Bobcat, she's an older. Matter of fact, I honestly think who was Red Fox's counterpart on Sanford and Son?
Oh, whoever played
the older
Lavon
woman.
The older woman?
Yes,
You
the older
talking
black
about
woman.
Aunt Esther?
And Esther, she played the clown in this movie. She's like, baby, my whoop is just like creamy peanut butter. It's brown, smooth, and easy to spread.
Oh my goodness, I've got to see that.
Shakes the Clown. Go ahead and take a look for it. I think Julie Brown was in there too from MTV fame. Julie Brown, because she had a thing for clowns.
My goodness, that sounds all kinds
That's
of
a deep pull right there. That is a deep pull because I want to say it was like 88, 89, somewhere around there.
That would be about the time. I mean, after Bobcat had hit his
Police Academy
fame there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was in like 2 through 4, I think. He was
definitely in 2 because he was the leader of the street gang.
Yeah.
He was in 3. 4 is when they were doing Citizens on Patrol.
Yeah, so I know he was in that.
He might have been in 5, but he was definitely not in 6.
Yeah.
Because after 4, they got rid of Steve Guttenberg and they went with you know who they went with, actually? The guy from Seinfeld. Do you know who I'm talking about? Lloyd Braun.
Did they?
Yeah, the guy that played Lloyd Braun in Seinfeld. He was the lead guy in the Police Academy 5 and 6.
Oh, I've got it right here. Shakes the Clown. Actually, 1991 is what I'm seeing.
So I was in the neighborhood. I said 88, 89, somewhere around there.
And it looks like if you've got a subscription to Stars, you can watch it.
Are you telling me that tonight after we go through our entire day this Friday, my weekend is going to be Shakes the Clown on my Stars on Demand?
I think so.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
folks, that's what the internet is for.
This is a movie I did not know existed. Wow.
And that is Julie Brown. She has second
100%.
billing on there. It's Bobcat Goldthwait and then Julie Brown right underneath.
But I mean, you had me with Bobcat, but what put it over the top was Aunt Esther. Like, if that is in fact, like, I've got to see that.
I literally just brought up the cast list. Adam Sandler plays Dink the Clown. Robin Williams plays Mime Class Instructor.
Oh my goodness! You've got in Robin Williams has no billing, at least on the poster.
The all-clown town of Palookaville provides a colorful backdrop for this tale of an alcoholic funny man framed for murder.
So, something else I ran across this holiday season that I did not realize Sandler was in, but actually played a pretty good supporting role. Steve Martin's Mixed Nuts from '94, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually really impressed, man. It's kind of a off the cuff, I wouldn't say really dark humor, but a really interesting Christmas movie. But yeah, early. Would it have been 94? Maybe it was a little bit earlier than that, but it was an early Sandler role.
All right, so I know this is a wrestling podcast, but we had to bring up the cast list here.
Hey, but didn't you say Dink the Clown?
Dink the Clown.
So it is wrestling related.
Well, if you're asking Chicago Bears fans, it's Doink the Clown because there's never been a double doink like there was during the field goal game of 2 years ago. Also in this movie, Kathy Griffin, Florence Henderson of the Brady Bunch.
What?
Right. Melissa Hurley.
And this was pulled, huh?
This was pulled because they had an issue with a alcoholic clown in the theaters. Blake Clark. Blake Clark was one of my favorite actors. Now, do you know who Blake Clark is?
I don't.
He's in all the Adam Sandler movies. Okay. Blake Clark plays the assistant football coach in Waterboy.
Oh, okay.
He's also in Joe Dirt. He's like, "Sometime the hobby with me, baby."
Okay, so he's in this too. My
He's the
goodness.
father in 51st Dates of Drew Barrymore.
Okay? What a piece of cinema.
There is so much. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, you've got to see this. This is again, this is a movie that has nothing to do with wrestling. Even though we talk about Dink the Clown, of course, but this is worth the time. Please go see it. Go rent it. Go to Stars on Demand. We're not here to promote Stars today, but if you do anything.
Well, you know what? If you phone up Stars and say, "Hey, I just bought a subscription based on what Matthew and Meathead said," they might give us a little kickback.
Ho Ho the Clown, Detective Boar, Pepe the Clown. I mean, all sorts of. There's Adam Sandler's Dink the Clown, Boots the Clown, Randy the Rodeo Clown. Wow. I'm blown away that we've gone this far on Shakes the Clown. But let's get back to wrestling. All right. I mean, it's going to be hard to, but Lynn and I have been talking about it for a while, and I know you and I talked about it that Joe Rogan had The Undertaker on the Joe Rogan Experience. So far, I've listened to some clips. I was telling you about the DDP yoga stuff, and apparently Undertaker says he needs to get his body in shape. He might be hitting up the old DDP Bang guy to get his body in shape. And it's ironic, even though Jericho, we think Jericho's the GOAT, right? Because Jericho literally is carrying AEW, just by being the name. Now that they have Sting, they have another name, but the name behind that company. Jericho barely gets hurt, and he credits it all to DDP yoga.
My goodness, I mean, the amount of good stuff that guy's doing, not just for wrestlers and not just for, everybody knows the Jake story, everybody knows his work with Scott Hall, but not even talking about the accountability crib or whatever they were referring to it as. Just helping these guys get and stay in shape. People in the industry, but also too, you look at the reach of DDPY. I mean, it really has become a.
He was on Shark Tank.
It's become a. It sounds familiar. I mean, it has become a household product in the fitness industry over the last handful of years. So, I mean, my goodness, you look at somebody just making a big difference in a lot of people's lives. It is DDP.
Yeah, well. Check it out. We're going to be checking it out over the weekend. We'll be talking about it throughout the week. We'll bring up a clip here, bring up a clip there. But let's talk Smackdown tonight. And let's talk cameras, and let's talk 8K cameras, Matthew. Did you catch on to it that they've been using it for the last couple of weeks? I mean, even the last handful of games in the NFL, and it looks like they just popped it on Smackdown over the last week or so?
I read a report. I did not notice it on SmackDown last week for some reason, but I'm going to look for it this week to see what kind of difference I can see.
Yeah. It's not being used everywhere. I think it's just a lot of the entrance right now is where they're using it, because I honestly think it's one camera, because they've obviously, promised the drones, and the drones are technically there. But I think it's one guy with a handheld camera and an 8K camera. Wonder how much that costs.
Well, when you've got a camera that costs $8,000, I imagine you can only afford one.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been $79.99.99. So
yeah, right.
I wonder why that was always the thing. If you're gonna pay $8,000, pay $8,000. Why was it all right? Selling it to you for $79.99?
Because there is a subconscious deal where that does not sound as expensive as $8,000.
I know. But I mean, that, all it takes is a touch of intelligence to know that it's $8,000.
What's intelligence?
So, I mean, there is a subconscious thing when you think at the gas station, if gas was $1.99, you're actually paying $2 because of the 0.9 at the end. Every gas station has 0.9. So I guess you're right. That's a marketing thing. But Matthew, a couple things coming up tonight. First off, championship match, Big E and Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews being mentored by the head of the table. What do you think?
I like it. I mean, I think that the story here is more, don't go into this match expecting the title change. Expect further progression of the Apollo Crews character. And does he have the seat at the table? Is that where we leave this at? Very interesting dynamic watching him and Heyman go back and forth here in recent weeks, and I'm curious as to where that goes.
Haven't we been asking for a handful of years now for Apollo to stop smiling?
Yeah.
Are we there? Is it tonight?
It's very possible. And I mean, you see what a difference Paul Heyman can make. Just look at the situation with Reigns, look at where Jey Uso's at now. It makes a ton of sense.
It was weird to me how Adam Pearce let Jey Uso punk him. Get up off that chair, man. Adam Pearce isn't tough enough, or is he smart enough being an official that he's not going to retaliate against that?
I don't know, but I got to tell you that as out of nowhere as it was and unexpected, I'm a little bit let down that we no longer have Adam Pearce in the title picture at the Rumble.
Right, because you know what? The second he said, I've been waiting all night for you to do that. I'm like, ooh, scrap daddy.
Well, and, for somebody to make his, and I mean, to fans, none of his career has been discussed. I mean, he was an official, so it was kind of a surprise to fans within the storytelling. But to have somebody's first match be a title match at the Rumble, yeah, it's unconventional, but let's see it. It had me interested. And Reigns and Kevin Owens will have an outstanding match. I have no question about that. But my goodness,
we know what we get with them.
We know what we get, and it's just not it's not going into it with the, okay, what is this going to be about that we were going to have when it was booked to be him and Pearce?
And again, I have a little more background on Scrap Daddy, having watched them in the Midwest here. I was excited. And, he's not the only person that's ever walked in and gotten a title shot right away in their first day in the company. I don't know if you recall, a guy that wrestled in WWE is the Big Show. When he showed up in WCW, what was his first match?
Yeah, it was him and
Hogan.
It him and Hogan? Yeah.
And who won?
That
the
was
Giant.
Actually a Big Show. Yeah, that's right. He did take it off of Hogan.
On his first match in professional wrestling, he won the WCW Heavyweight Championship.
See, I thought you were going to go with. I thought you were going to reference Santino.
No. Santino won the Intercontinental Championship from out of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The Milan Miracle. No. The Giant, Paul White, won it. And he tells stories, and you can check this out with Stone Cold on the Stone Cold podcasts. But he tells stories about how the guys used to give him a hard time. Dude, you need to be wearing that belt all through the airport. You need to, you're the man. You're supposed to make us the money. You're the one that's the face of this company now. And it was a rib. Obviously, he's not supposed to be carrying the belt around.
Sounds like a fun story.
So, yeah, check out the network on that one.
I'm just seeing him sit down at Shoney's with the belt now.
I mean, technically Ric Flair wore the robe everywhere, on
That's
airplanes.
True.
But then again, Ric Flair was also naked under the damn robe, and he'd go up and down the aisles, go woo, 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 and start swinging his balls at people.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you expect when you board an airplane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I boarded an airplane with Ric Flair, I assume that we're going to have a story to tell for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
And I don't care if it's 2021 Ric Flair. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just like Adam Sandler says, in Big Daddy, he's got old balls.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I mean, we got to talk about it because manscaping. Maybe Ric Flair's a manscaper. Who knows? I don't know. Don't care. Don't want to know. But that is really where we're at, Matthew. That's the end of the week. We got Smackdown tonight. We've got the Rumble in exactly 1 week and 2 days. We've got a Packer victory over Tampa Bay on Sunday. Heading to the Super Bowl. How do you feel?
I feel great. And you left something out. We've got Shakes the Clown.
Shakes the Clown. Folks, I want to hear your reports on Monday when we talk with Linda Kay about Shakes the Clown. Matter of fact, I'd love for you to hit up Linda on Twitter and let her know what you think of Shakes the Clown.
I mean, I imagine if you played your cards right, you and Linda could have a full-fledged Shakes review.
Yeah, that might be PWR After Dark again, but I'm just like brown smooth peanut butter. I'm like smooth peanut butter, brown smooth and eat it bread. Oh, well, hey, for Matthew Thomas, I'm the man they call Meathead. We obviously have run out of stuff to talk about today. So go ahead, get your Friday done. Let's party this weekend. Let's get ready for Super Bowl 55 with the Packers and either the Bills or Chiefs, but it doesn't matter. For Matthew, I'm Meathead. Thanks for stopping by. So long, everyone.